Hey, sis. Welcome to Now Woman Rising, the podcast for purpose-driven, faith-filled, family-shifting, legacy-making women who is done playing small. I'm Alicia Hurt, servant leader, wife, mama, and your holistic wellness home girl. Here to walk with you as you rise, heal, break cycles, and shine unapologetically in your God-given purpose. Whether you're trailblazing in your business, praying over your babies, or just trying to drink your water and mind your business, we see you, sis. Here's the truth. You are not alone. This space is sacred and safe. So grab your tea, light your candle, and let's get into this soul talk. Let's rise, let's glow, let's go. Hello, everyone. It's Alicia Hurt here. I am here for another episode of Now Woman Rising. And I have a phenomenal guest here with us today. A phenomenal guest.
Gotta get it.
Hi, Mattanja. How are you today?
I am fabulous. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. I did good, y'all. I said her name, y'all. Ooh. So you're a now woman. I thank you for your time. I thank you for showing up and helping other people. So while we're getting into it, please tell them who you are, where you are, and a little bit about yourself.
Yes. So I live in the Netherlands. That's a very, very small country in Europe. And I love this country. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm an artist. So I started as an artist, as an opera singer 10 years ago. But this evolved into a whole new other artistry for me, and that was painting. That came through for me, that was gifted by God. And a lot of special things started to unfold for me on this journey while the paintings opened up for me. And I started to see a lot of beings. And that may sound a little bit crazy, but this is what happened for me. I started to see these beautiful ascended masters, these spiritual beings. And they told me, I would love to be painted by you. So I did. I had no education in painting whatsoever. I had no idea how to paint, but I just felt I want to paint because it feels like joy. It feels like fun. And the beautiful thing is, because I was an opera singer before, I went to the conservatory and I really studied to become the best opera singer. And what actually started to happen for me, that I wanted to follow all the rules and be the perfect opera singer, that I completely lost myself in the how to be this singer they want me to be. They say I have to be a successful opera singer. And because I lost myself in this way in the conservatory, I remember at my final exam, I felt like I cannot sing. I was frozen inside. I had so much fear in my body and I lost the joy in my singing. And that was a difficult period in my time, a difficult time in my life. But that's when I found the painting, or rather the painting found me, because I got this intuition, these whispers from the universe that said, go paint, go paint.
Wow.
And yes. And that was a little bit scary for me, because I had the singing, that was such a creative expression of me before the conservatory, because there is something in the frequency of beauty. Beauty for me, it's a frequency. It has nothing to do with how it looks like on the outside. It's a frequency, and you can feel it from people, you can feel it from art, you can feel it. And for me, I started to realize this beauty frequency, this is what my soul sets my soul on fire. And I thought I was gonna give this beauty I could feel so strongly in my whole body through the opera singing. But when that got blocked at the conservatory and the painting opened up, after a period of really good self-development and going deep into that, it opened up and I could really give this beauty frequency through the painting. And that just opened up this whole world for me in connection with my intuition, creating with my soul instead of following the rules somebody else said I had to follow. And in the beginning, the painting was scary, but once I put the paintbrush on the canvas, it was just a whole new side of me got birthed, got opened up.
And what did it cost you to say yes to your calling?
I love that. I thought I did say yes to my calling. I thought with the opera singing, I thought that was my calling, and I did say yes to it all. But I identified with being the singer, Mattanja, the opera singer, so much that it became a way for me to prove my worthiness, to prove I was enough. And at the end of the conservatory, I felt I have to release this identity, but then I can never prove I am enough. I can never prove my worthiness. So this I had to let go of the identity of the singer, of being able to prove my worthiness and having no idea if I was ever going to be enough, if I was ever going to be able to prove I was enough. So I had to say yes to releasing that whole part of my identity, and that was really scary because at the time I had no idea what would come in place for that.
Okay, so what lie did you have to unlearn to fully walk in your purpose?
Yeah, this is a big one. The thing I had to unlearn was that my worthiness was connected with the thing I was doing in the world instead of who I am being. So it is not about what you do, it's about who you are when you do it.
So when you talked about the lie that you had to unlearn as you walked in your purpose, when you're thinking about it, was it something about your worth? Was it your timing or was it your identity?
I think it was all three. I think it was all three because my identity was when I work hard enough, I am worthy.
Right.
That was my identity. So my identity was Mattanja, the opera singer. If I work hard enough, I will go on the big stages and everyone will finally see how worthy I am. And the thing, I really had to learn this all. I really had to go through this journey as an artist to really figure out and really experience how not to be an artist, to arrive at the timing of the painting that could come through. But I had to have learned these lessons before. So I could say when people told me, yeah, you're really good at painting. Don't you want to do a course or anything? And I was like, no, I don't want to know any of the rules. No.
That's right. I want to be in my own terms, right? I just want to be
Exactly.
free. And in that freeness comes the gift that God's giving you, like those true painting of what he's showing you, those images, right? Those beings. So describe a season where God's weight felt like a no. And what did you learn in that in-between stage?
Mm. So with the weight, you mean that I didn't get what I wanted at that exact timing?
Yes.
Oh, yes. So I wanted to be a big opera singer. I wanted it now. And the thing was, I didn't have it now. So that meant I wasn't worthy enough. So I had to work harder and be more and do more. And instead of really trusting the divine timing of God, and it was especially with the opera singing, we kept hearing every day, you have to make it now. It is now. Because you have to be young, and when you're too old, you won't make it in this industry. It's very hard, so you have to be successful now. And that puts a lot of pressure on a person. And for me, I am a sensitive soul. I cannot operate that way in the pressure of being needing to do it now. And with the painting, it was never meant to be anything. I wasn't, it was never a thought in my mind that I was gonna create a business of selling paintings. That was never a thing. I did it for me.
Right.
And I did it on my timing when I thought, oh, I want to paint today. I want to feel this energy. I want to feel this frequency of beauty. And it was enjoyment. It was intentional. It was coming alive for me. And that's the frequency people started to feel. And that's why they bought. But it's so different.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you balance being a powerhouse for others through your paintings and things while nurturing yourself?
Mm. So for me, the painting is nurturing myself. It is one and the same. So this beauty frequency I feel on the beings, they come through my body. But even transmissions, I also have clients who came to me without me saying I'm a coach, I'm a healer. They were attracted to the frequency of who I was being. They came and they said, I want to work with you. And I had to learn in that as well a little bit, but now I feel it's the transmission that comes through me for the painting, for my clients, for whomever. It is for me first,
Right.
and then for them, and then for us.
That's very therapeutic. You are living your purpose. So what does wellness look like for you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically?
Mm. For me, wellness is about intentionality and fully being present in the moment. That's when I get lit up. Then that's when I feel that my DNA, my cells are like, oh yes, this is it. Seeing the beauty in the moment, in each moment. And this can be so simple. It doesn't have to be a big luxurious experience, though I really enjoy that as well. But it can be like I'm lighting a candle and I'm lighting the candle with the intention of having a beautiful conversation with somebody or smelling a flower on the street. I know it sounds corny, but this is my favorite way to come home in my body. It's like, oh, this smells so good. It smells so divine. Or making a beautiful drink for me. I have this running joke in my friends and family circle that I have this ceremonial cappuccino every morning and I make it beautiful and then take a time and I take the first sip and it's like, perfect cappuccino.
Enjoying life, taking every moment. The simplest thing that someone just passed by on the road, it's like, no, like actually stop and smell the roses.
Magic.
That is that creative genius and gift that you have.
Mm.
Ooh, you're a phenomenal coach. I can tell that already.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
was there ever a moment when you wanted to quit on your dream, your assignment, or even yourself? I know you talked about the opera singing.
Yes, so that was, I really did not want to quit the opera singing, but it felt like I walked this whole way, this whole road to the end. So I really know this isn't working. I really know, and I can't walk further. It's the end of the road. So I have to quit. I have to quit and I have to learn the lessons from this quitting and release, like we talked about, release the identity of the singer, because after that identity there was a whole new other person, a whole new other life for me. And because I had that experience, so I experienced the duality of that so deeply with the painting and the thing I do now, it doesn't, I am very, very aware of how I want it to feel instead of the result it has to be.
Yeah,
So I can't fully right now at the moment in time where I am right now, I know what it has to feel like. And if it doesn't feel like that, I won't go there. And I
yeah.
will course correct, like, no, this is the frequency I want to be on. I want to live in.
And how has your definition of success changed as you've grown in faith and in purpose?
Yes, this is such a good question. So success is nothing without the fulfillment. That is my biggest lesson. So I did have success as an opera singer. I did, but I did not feel the fulfillment of it. I had people telling me, "You're the greatest opera singer on earth." your voice, it's magic. But I could not receive it because the beliefs I had about myself were I'm not good enough. I had so many doubts about myself, about my worthiness. And only in my mind, my mind had thought of the solution. Only when I am on the biggest stage and the whole world tells me I'm enough, then I will believe it. And God said, not like this. Not like this. I'm not going to give it to you like this, because then you will believe that to be the truth, and it is not.
Right.
So I had success, but it was not connected with my heart, with my soul. And then it doesn't mean anything.
Amen. Amen. Look, we can end the whole show right now. No, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. Okay, so what does being a now woman mean to you in this season of your life?
Yes. So a now woman means to grow, to evolve into all that I can be in this life. I am so curious what else is all out there with the opera singing. And last year, we all go through things in life as people, as humans, and the harder the things we go through, the more you start to believe, no matter what happens, I'll actually be okay because I survived this. And I actually thought I was not able to survive this thing, but I did. And now I am at the point I feel like, okay, if I can survive all this and this and this, then what is out there for me? Let's go.
Let's go. That's it. Let's go. So, how is you, different now than before?
Mm. The difference for me is the being energy. For me, I call it feminine energetics. You have feminine energetics, masculine energetics. We talked a little bit about this. The masculine energetics are more about the doing. And I was all about the doing, proving my worth, doing, 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 doing. And it was an endless loop I was in. And now for me, it's all about the being, about the feeling, about the texture of life, about the experiencing, about the beauty, capturing the beauty, breathing in the beauty. That's the difference for me. And the more I see beauty, the more I attract beauty. And that's how my life starts to grow.
It's so true. Can you share a time when the obedience to God didn't make sense, but it changed everything?
Oh, yes. Okay. I have a good story for you. So, when I started painting, I started on these little tiny paper painting things. And they were spiritual paintings. And after a while, I gathered the courage to actually share some of my work online. But I was very scared because my network online were all conservative opera people. And I was like, here's my spiritual painting. But I felt like, no, this is happening. I'm doing it. This is my expression. I'm standing for it. So I started to do that. And people actually said, "Whoa, I, I really love your paintings, even from the upper world. Can I buy these paintings?" And I was like, "What? You want to buy my painting?" I never even thought of that as an option. But of course, yes, this is so exciting. Let's go. And this started to grow and grow and grow until one time I started the big canvas paintings. That's the thing I am doing now. They are big canvas painting, not on the little paper anymore, but the big paintings. And the first one I made was a mermaid. And the second one I made was an Egyptian priestess. And I shared her online. And a woman came to me and she said, this Egyptian priestess, it's Heather, and I want to buy this painting. I was like, wow, okay. And she said, "What do you want for it?" And I said, I have to sit with the painting. I have to sit with God because this is a new area. The biggest painting I had sold was like 200 euros. So let's sit with the painting. This is something different. And the painting and the intuition that from God that came, that said the painting is 3,333 euros. And I was like, no, Doing that. No, that's way too much. No. Give me another price. What is the real price? And I sat in front of the painting again and with my intuition and gathered my conversation with God. And he said, no, this is the price. I was like, I cannot do this. This is too much. I said, no. And I decided to listen. I thought, okay, I've got this. I trust this intuition. I trust you. I trust me. I trust my path. And I told her the price. And she said, oh, yes, perfect. I will wire it to you right now. Amazing. When can I have the painting?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I got to listen to God more often. Like, good for you. So, what legacy are you intentionally building for your family and future generations?
Oh, this is one of my favorite questions. I want freedom. Freedom for me, freedom for my family, so they can explore everything they want to explore, so they can be whoever they want to be, and so they would never have to ask money for permission to be the person they want to be.
I love that. I've never heard it said that way, but you are so right because we want to do so much, but no, we got to ask money. Money,
Mm,
can we do this?
yes, yes, and it limits us, and we're unlimited beings. So, and money is unlimited as well. That's the thing I learned on this journey. It's a frequency.
Yeah. Oh, we need you at one of our retreats. You're just like so zen, like so tapped in as my world. You see my world around me. Like it's just,
I love it. I love it.
I need to be with you in the Netherlands like now. Like let's make that happen. Okay, so we're wrapping up. One more thought-provoking question is if you could sit down with your younger self, what would you tell her about the woman she's becoming?
Mm. I would first tell her to breathe. Take a breath. Take a breath and just, it's gonna be okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Amen. Amen. So please, this is your moment. Tell us all about your coaching, your business, where to find your paintings, and any last minute mantra or affirmation that may help someone that's listening in.
Okay. So I'm mostly active on social media because I love the connection there. So if you hear this podcast and you want to connect with me, slide into my DMs and have a conversation with me because I truly value true connection between human beings, especially in this time and age. And you can ask me all the questions there about my coaching, about my healing, and the paintings you can find on my website, mycosmicdreams.com. And I'm launching a program, an online program, and it's called Sacred Artistry. And in that program, I teach the foundation of how I built my business. So how to go from the doing energy, from the masculine energy, into the feminine energetics of being and exuding the artist you are, whether that's in painting or singing, but even creating a podcast for me is artistry. Creating your own business is artistry. Being a mentor is artistry. And in that program, I really, really help you tap into that side that will attract the fulfillment and success towards you instead of constantly chasing the success.
Amen. All right. So what platforms are you on as far as social media?
I'm on Instagram. It's my favorite because you have a gallery there and I love
Okay.
galleries. And I'm also on Facebook.
Awesome. Well, I will place her links below this video. I want to thank you so much for your time, for
Thank you.
helping me to relax in chaos and giving me those true nuggets to support me in my journey as well. We want to thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, see ya. Woo! Yes, Lord. That was so good. Sis, if nobody told you today, let me be the first. You are chosen, you are covered, and you are called for such a time as this. Keep standing tall, walking bold, and staying surrendered. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode with your sister circle, and leave a review so we can keep spreading the word for this kingdom vibe. Until next time, this is Alicia Hurt reminding you, you are not alone, and you were never meant to be. Now, woman, rise up and let's go.